It's a sister that is in need of advice, in need of your counsel, in need of your contribution. This is kechyvibes matchmaking and love relationship platform. Where we come to find connection, come to find love, come to find relationship, come to find friendship, and learn how to make the relationship to become a sweet, enjoyable, and a lasting one. So if you are looking for a partner, anytime we are live, it's a time for matchmaking. You can come up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, your location, your blog group, what you do for a living, and then you describe the kind of a partner you want. Your partner might even be there at the comment section waiting for you to just turn up. Or you can join us in our community after the live. I'm going to drop check the link at the bio. The link at the bio will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking, where we do soulmate finding, where we do connection. Your partner might even be there waiting for you. Or you just drop all your information at the comment section. See anybody you resonate with, see anybody that is your speak at the comment section, say hello to him or her. You know, it's a connection or communication can start off from there. And if you feel like I come up to the screen and talk to each other, that's how we roll on kechyvibes matchmaking and love relationship platform. So today we are bringing a story about a lady, a sister, an auntie to somebody, and somebody that is in need. She said we should advise her on what to do. She wants to make a decision this 2025. She wants to take a new step to become a better her. And so listen carefully and hear the story so that I'll be able to advise her very well. Yeah, she is a married lady. She's been married to the husband for a long time. They've been living together happily and have been trying to make both ends meet. Somehow they managed, and one day calamity struck. Robbers came to their house and made their ways into their home, and they were all panicking. She and the husband, they were panicking, begging them to take whatever thing they felt like taking. And the robbers stacked everywhere, took all the things, took jewelry, took some gadgets, took everything they felt like taking, their phones, and took the money they had. And when they were about leaving, they said they didn't have enough, that they couldn't get enough from their apartment, and that they were not satisfied, that they needed more. Yeah, said they needed more. Okay, go ahead and take more things. This us, we've seen us. Whatever thing you feel like taking more, go ahead and take. Only don't harm anybody. And the woman said she had just finished taking her bath. You know, she came back from her business. She took her bath, wanted to go to bed, and so she put up some powder on her body, and it was that powder that the leader of the gang saw and said she should come, that he wanted to perceive the aroma of the powder, that she should come. And they were begging him. The husband started begging him. The woman was begging him, should please take whatever thing you want, just don't touch anybody. Say he needed to take extra, that the woman should come. Meanwhile, they forced the man to put his head down, to put down his head. They pointed at him, a gun at him, to make him to comply. And that guy was there with his head bent on the ground. So the man forced the lady to come to him, and he perceived the scent of the powder and said, oh, it was smelling fine. He said he wanted to have his way. The woman begged. The husband raised up his head and started begging. They hit him and told him to put his head down, that they were going to waste him if he make another effort. That was what happened. And so the leader of the gang had his way with the woman, humiliated her, shattered her, and rubbished her. After him, the second in command came and had his way. Then the third person, and left this woman broken. Can you imagine what it means for your husband to be in the same room and these men of the underworld are having their thorns on you? It's a horrible, you can't even imagine it. That's what this lady passed through. At the end of the day, they left. And they left her broken, left her shattered, left her uncontrollably hurt. What was her fault? Was it because there was no money they couldn't find enough money in the house? Was this her fault that there was not enough money in the house? Or was it like because they couldn't find enough things to carry according to them? Why was she the one that had to pay for the family not having enough money for them? But she had to pay the high price of her disgrace, of her dignity being taken away from her, of her pride, of her womanhood being abused. That was what passed through. And she was still nursing that wound, nursing that hurt, nursing that humiliation. The following day, she went to the clinic, ran a normal test, found out that she was okay. The doctors treated her, gave her some treatment, which she went back and used just to prevent any eventuality. The worst thing that now happened was, do you know the worst thing that happened to her? Will you be able to guess? The hurt she passed through, the humanized experience she passed through was not enough. The one that hit her most was a rejection from her husband. Her husband rejected her, said she was dirty, she was smelling, she was irritating, he was feeling nauseated, he couldn't stand her, she was dirty, she had been used, she had become a public toilet. Was that necessary? Yeah. The thing that happened could have affected him, could have made him to feel put off. But was that enough for all those, adding source to injury? The woman cried, pleaded with him, begged him. Man said he was not ever going to have anything to do with her again. That he was able to raise his head and he saw what was happening between her and the robbers. And that picture was too fresh in his mind. And that he was not going to touch her again, do anything with her again, until that image, that memory gets off from his mind. So he did just do that. Do you know what he started doing? He now moved out from the room and went to start using the guest room. He now formed the habit of bringing, every day he must bring a girl to sleep with, to make the injury more painful. He will come back, he will use the kitchen door, enter into the guest room with the girl, and he will go and pack the food the woman kept in the kitchen and serve his guest. The food the lady cooked is what he will go and pack and give the house and give the girl he brought. And this kept on happening until the woman just took it upon herself to be running tests every week to keep on checking her status, keep on checking her health record, until after 6 months, luckily for her, she wasn't with any disease. She had not contracted any disease and she was fine. She now went to the husband and she was showing the husband every month. She would show the bill to the husband. The husband said, remove this dirty thing from here, remove this rubbish from my presence. At least after 7 months, she was certified fit and okay. And the husband continued his habit of bringing every day a strange woman, every day a strange girl, another girl, until the woman now started looking at this man, saying that even if I have anything to, I still have anything to do with this man. He must do a test too, because I have done my own test. I'm clean. Thank goodness I'm clean. But he has kept on having strange women after women, day after day. He might even be the one now that is having issues. He should also do a test. Along the line, the lady had somebody who was talking to her in her shop. She had started giving him audience. Where she wasn't getting attention from home, she wasn't getting audience, she wasn't getting communication with the husband at home. Another person was giving her that communication, that audience, that listening ear. And the guy pleaded with her to marry him. She told him that she was still in a marriage, in a relationship, and that she wasn't going to go into any other relationship. The guy said he saw her, lied her, that he was having a relationship, but he lost his wife to a motor accident, and that was why after 5 years he knew he had to move on, and that was why he had looked her, he had studied her, found out that she was a kind lady, loving lady, hardworking, honest person, and that he would want to, spend the rest of his life with her. But since she said she was in a relationship, but the relationship was passing through turbulence, that he was going to wait for her. That he wait for her to make up her mind and come for him. So in that situation, that was what was happening until at a point, the husband and wife had to go to the village for a festive period. As they went to the village, right now they are in the village. That was how the lady now didn't go back to the man's house. She rather went to her own father's house. And she went, and meanwhile the man was telling her she should not tell anybody what happened, should not tell anybody what was happening in their house, that it was shameful. Does she want people to know that she had been used by robbers? Does she want people to start looking at her somehow? Does she want that scandal? Does she want that humiliation, that shame? And she was keeping quiet. She didn't even tell her family members what happened. So but when she now went to their village, she had to open up to her siblings, to her parents, and they were shouting and saying, is that what you're passing through? And you kept quiet all this while. Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you mention it to anybody? He said she was trying to, it was shameful. She was, so they told her she should not go back to the man's house. They went ahead and returned the dowry, the bride price. When they went to return the bride price, this husband of hers heard of it. He fainted. When he came around, started begging her, saying she should please don't leave him, that he was at fault, that she should forgive him, that he was going to make it up to her. And meanwhile, she had already started contemplating marrying this other guy. And she is now in a dilemma. And that's why we're here, and that's why we are there. Can you advise her on what to do? Does she go back to this husband that after the issue they had with robbers, he abandoned her, started maltreating her, bad-mouthing her, telling her she's smelling, she's nauseating, he's irritated, that she is dirty, and now was bringing guests after guests every day to torment her, mental health, emotional status, emotional well-being. And just as she's about moving on, this man now has now come back to his senses, begging her to take him back. What do you advise her to do? That's where we are. Does she leave this husband of hers that has treated her this badly and go for this other man that is asking her hand in marriage, asking of her hand in marriage, or does she go back to her husband? What do you advise? What do you think she should do? That's where we are now. So if you have anything to say, if you have any idea, if you have any information, if you have any suggestion to make or any contribution to make, please come up to the screen and let's hear you. Or you can drop it at the comment section so that she can pick it up from there and at least get herself properly sorted. This is Kechy Vibe Matchmaker and Love Relationship Platform. We come to find connection, come to find love, come to find relationship, come to find our soulmate, and also learn how to make this relationship to become a sweet and enjoyable, lasting one. If you are there and you are looking for a partner, you can come up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, your location, your blog group, and describe the kind of a partner you want. Your partner may be there at the commercial waiting for you. Or if you see anybody you like at the commercial, you can tag him, tell somebody hello, you can start off a conversation from there. Okay? So what we are talking about today, if you have any idea, any suggestion, any counsel, any information you can give, any advice you can give this lady, you can come up to the screen and let us know. What do you think she should do? Does she leave the man that has so treated her badly and go for this new man that's asking of her hand in marriage, or does she go back to her husband? That's where we are. So what do you think?